Oh, he's there.
Happy Friday, beautiful people. You are welcome to the School of the Prophets with Andy, the founder of the Sons of the Prophets and of the School of the Prophets. Today, we'll be finishing the short series we started last week, which is this Prophetic Generation. That was part 1, and this week, or this very video, is part 2 of the same series, and it's going to be the last part. Last week, we looked at the prophecy in Joel chapter 2, verse 28 downwards, which was referred to by the Apostle Peter on the day of Pentecost. And this prophecy says, "In those days will I pour out my spirit upon all flesh." And we said that the three words "all flesh" demolished the barrier of race and tribe. And he said that your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, breaking the barrier or demolishing the barrier of age. And he says, in those days, even upon my servants, both male and female, or men and women, will I pour out my spirit. And that also demolished the barrier of gender. And today, as I promised last week, I'll be sharing a few dreams and visions the Lord gave me concerning this particular generation with you. And they are going to do 3 things. So I'm going to share them for you for just 3 purposes: to confirm this prophetic generation, to caution this prophetic generation, and to call this prophetic generation to action or to order, as the Lord said or spoke to me when he gave me these visions. So we are going to start with the first one. The Lord began to show me torches of fire, and then these torches were being handed down from one generation to the other. And the first time, it was an ordinary man taking these torches, and immediately he took it, he ran with it. Now, the second time he showed me this vision, it was a torch being handed down from one generation to another, but this time not to an ordinary man, but to a soldier clad in full armor. And when he also received it, he began to run with it. The message the Lord was trying to send across was that this very generation has received the mantle, has received the torch, has received the baton from the previous generation, and we are to run with it. You are to run with the gifts he has put in you. You are to run with the mantles he has placed on you. You are to run with the anointings he has placed on you. And the anointings you desired from the old generation, he has made all available in this generation. So we need to take up the zeal, the passion of the old generation in even greater measures, in even greater proportions, and run with it. And the second thing I'd like to share with you today is when the Lord in a dream took me to a training camp. That is a military camp, a training camp, and I saw so many army cadets being trained in physical they were doing physical exercises, they were doing drills, they were doing so many things. And the Lord spoke to me that this generation was going to be a prophetic one. This generation is his last army. This is army, and in this last day, or in these last days, or these last times, he's going to do something great with the young men and women of this age, of this generation. And we were to prepare. He was taking them through drills, he was taking them through preparations to make them ready for what he was about to release. And the third thing was when the Lord took me to a cafeteria, a very big cafeteria, and I saw a queue of people waiting to be served in that cafeteria. And on the left side, I saw a soldier clad in armor with a lot of decorations, a lot of medals, and this soldier was seated. After a few minutes, I saw about 4 soldiers walking, and they looked battered. They looked like they were from the heat of battle. They were from the forefront. And when they came in, I realized that they were given preferential treatment. They were taken to the front of the line, and they were served wonderfully. And I saw this soldier who was seated, who was clad in his full regalia with a lot of decorations. He got up to also, get to the front of the line and get served. But it took just one little puny soldier to drive the soldier who was so decorated away. And what was the message? The message was that it's not about titles. It is not about your level in life. It is not about the titles you may be having. It is about those who are actively on the front line of the battle, contending for the faith, the soldiers of Christ who have separated themselves from the matters or the issues of civilians or civilian issues. As the apostle says, soldiers are not supposed to be entangled in the affairs of civilians. And so that was the message the Lord was sending, that for this generation, if you want to matter, if you want to make a mark, it is not about sitting aside and gathering and heaping onto yourself titles, but it is actually about being on the forefront, being on the ground and doing the work, being active in the contention for the faith. The fourth thing, it happened just about 2 nights ago, where the Lord showed me a live wire. That was all he showed me. And what he told me was that this is a naked live wire, and I got the message. The Lord was speaking of a certain great power that he's going to release in this generation. Listen to me. I'm not going to go into details with these dreams and visions, because he has led me to share some other things with you concerning his move that is going to come. And we are going to go into detail with all these visions and even more. So I'll take these details and then I'll go deep into them. And so many other dreams and visions he has shown me, they are just mind-blowing concerning the move that is about to come, concerning a great revival and great outpouring. You know, the outpouring happened on the day of Pentecost, but there's yet another one to happen, which is going to shake the foundations of the world, even the systems of the world, and which is going to put the believers on top, the children of God on top. And the fifth thing was when he took me to the training camp again, but this time it was an extended vision. And so I saw people being trained in martial arts, trained with weapons, trained in various fields, doing physicals. And the thing that caught my eye was that there was a certain man who was dressed like a magician, who had infiltrated the camp. And what he had done was that he had caught the attention of some of the young people who were being trained. So they had left the training and they had gathered around this man, and he was doing magic tricks. And so when I got closer, I found out that he had a very large snake on him. And what he would do is that when he got one young man who was separated from the camp, he would chase that person and throw that snake around the person's neck, entangling the person and distracting the person from the necessary training that the person had to go through. And we all know that as a soldier, if you are not adequately trained, in the heat of battle, you are done for. You are going to be killed. And that was the purpose of this magician. And so the warning the Lord was sending to this generation through this vision was that we have to be very focused. We don't need to be distracted by the things of this world. We don't need to be distracted by very, very flimsy things like television, by series, by movies. We don't need to be distracted by the love of money. We need to be focused. We need to stick to God, stick and stay with God, and go through the process. Let him take us through each and every process of refinement. If it is refining our character, if it is refining our gifts, whichever thing it is, let us be careful and very focused and allow God to take us through. And as I said, these things are just to caution this generation, to confirm the prophetic nature of this generation, and also to call this generation to action. You realize that in the book of Jeremiah, when the Lord called the prophet Jeremiah and told him that I knew you before you were born, and I called you, I sanctified you, set you apart, and I called you as a prophet even before you were born. Jeremiah he said, according to the King James Version, alas, but I am a child. And God told him, do not say I am a child. And so God spoke to him, and after God touched his lips and said, I've put my words in your mouth. After that, we realized that Bible says that God told Jeremiah in the NIV, he says, get yourself ready, for I'm about to send you. And in another version, in the King James, he said, gird your loins. In another version, God said, get up and get dressed. In another version, he said, go, prepare thyself. So you realize that even after God had commissioned the prophet Jeremiah, he told the prophet Jeremiah to go, get his loins, get up and get dressed, to prepare himself for what was coming or what he was sending him to do. It is the same word the Lord is speaking to you, young man, young woman, old man out there, no matter your age, no matter your class, no matter your level. If you avail yourself, if you get yourself ready, if you get yourself in the right garment, the garment of purity, the garment of righteousness, if you stick and stay with God in prayer, in word, in daily prayer, daily word readings or studies, and in fastings of all kinds, in waiting and dwelling in the presence of God, I believe God is also going to reveal these same things, and even better and even more to you. God God is going to show you beautiful things. He's going to show you the plans he has for his children. He's going to show you the cataclysmic events that are going to begin to unfold in these last times. He's going to show you his last move. He's going to show you what he wants you to do. Many of us are lost when it comes to our purpose. In these end times, I believe that even before the beginning of time, when God had you in mind, he had a purpose for you. And it is in waiting in his presence through prayer, word studies, fastings of all kinds, dwelling in his presence, waiting upon the Lord, that your purpose is going to be revealed in these last times. Beloved, I want you to get yourself ready. I pray for you that may the fire from the torches that have been passed on to this generation, may it be rekindled in your life. May it be rekindled in your spirit and in your heart. May that fire fall upon you. May that fire release every anointing, release every gifting, release every strength and every ability you will need to run the race and to fight the good fight of faith in this generation. May it release it to you. I pray that you receive an impartation of the prophetic, receive an impartation of the apostolic, of the teaching, of the pastoral, of the power evangelistic. Receive an impartation of whatever you need to succeed in this generation. God is on your side. When he calls you to go, get up, get your loins, get yourself ready and go. The torch has been passed, and we are in training, serious training for what is about to unfold. And it is not about your titles. It is never about your titles. And then beware of distractions, the things that distract you, your phone, your TV, money, whatever it is that pulls you away from the presence of God, that takes you or veers you away from the right path you're supposed to be walking on. Be careful of that thing or those things. And in some time to come, in a very short moment or a short time to come, in a few weeks to come, I should rather say, we are going to be looking at the move of God. So from this video, you start looking at the very basics of the prophetic. And I chose to put the series first because God wanted us to know the kind of people we are and how we need to grow in the prophetic to be ready and well equipped to do what he wants to do in these last times. So get ready, get your loins, and then we are going to be looking at the moves of God in these times and seasons, what is about to unfold, the events that are about to unfold, the signs that show it. And we are going to make references to so many prophecies by seasoned prophets all over the world who have also seen and spoken of this move that is to come. So God bless you for joining us today. I hope you've been stirred up. I know you have received an impartation. You have received whatever it takes for you to run with this vision, for you to run with the mind of the Lord concerning this generation. You are blessed so much. Join us this and every Friday, same time, for a new video release. I know you are going to be blessed. We are going to be learning so many things together. We are going to be doing the basics of the prophetic from next week forward, and then we are going to come back to the moves of God in these times and seasons which are yet to unfold. So you can leave your comments or your questions in the comment section. Do well to like this video, share to all your friends, because they need to know what is coming. They need to know and then prepare adequately. Do well to send us your comments, your questions, also to our email address at thesonsoftheprophets@gmail.com. thesonsoftheprophets@gmail.com. You can also check our YouTube channel, The Sons of the Prophets, or if you are on the YouTube channel, you can check our page on Facebook. We share codes and sometimes write-ups and other things that will also help us grow in the prophetic on the Facebook channel too. So you can check it at The Sons of the Prophets, or you can type in the search box The Sons of the Prophets.intl. The Sons of the Prophets.intl. It will take you to our page. God bless you so much. I hope you are challenged to do something for God, to find out what God is calling you to do, particularly in this army, in this prophetic generation. God bless you so much. Shalom manifest.